Hello everyone, Yensid Organist here, and welcome to another episode of OrgelCraft. Hope you all are having a great day today. I have a lot of unfinished projects. The front of this hangar. The hangar bay. This hangar. These hallways. The ceiling of this hallway. The allay room. The ceiling of the honeycomb room. All these doorways. The ceiling of the moss room. The bamboo farm room. The ceiling of the stone farm lava room. A connection from the chorus farm room to the smelter. The smelter itself and a hallway to it. The nylium room. The cactus farm. The crop farm. The iron farm, which may or may not work. The villager trading hall. No wait, this room's actually done. The entrance to the Enderman farm. The Skulk Farm, the Concrete Converter, the Clay Farm, the Dripstone Farm, the Tree Farm, an actual room for the Copper Farm, or at least an entrance, the Starboard Trench, the Port Side Trench, the edging at the rear of the ship, lower and upper, Conquest Room 1, Conquest Room 2, and Conquest Room 3. So today we are going to work on cleaning up some old projects instead of starting anything new. Also, do you notice there's no column behind me? I spent a little bit of time between episodes putting 10 dolphins in stasis. They're all name tagged, they're all in bubble columns, so that when I finally figure out how to keep them alive, I have them. You may also have noticed the sky was a little different, so I am not back to using the Better End mod. Instead, I found a mod that just replicates the sky from Better End. So now, we are able to have that without breaking my game. Yay! Also, I realized it's been a while since we've been over here. We have actually knocked off the Dripstone Farm, the Crop Farm. I don't know what this means. I need to go back and find the episode where I made this and figure out what I meant by that. So we're actually coming along pretty well with all the things that I wanted in here. But, as I said, we're not starting anything new today. We are going to finish up some projects that I have previously started, and I think I'm going to do this every 5 episodes or so, where we're just going to take an episode to finish some things off. So I think I'm going to start with something really, really easy, and I think we are going to go and put a couple of ceilings on some of these rooms, and then see about getting walls around some of the other things, like our bamboo farm, and maybe the... this nylium farm down here. Yeah, and then some things I need to do some connections. But let's work on finishing some rooms first, and then we will work on some transport systems. Welcome back, everyone. So some rooms are done. So here is our nylium room. I went with a little simple terracotta wall design, alternating the red and blue to kind of mirror the two different types of nylium. And then, yeah, just a little bit of a glass wall sectioning off all of the redstone, so theoretically I can't break anything. Yeah, so that is that. And then as we head down the hall here, I want to say, too, that it is not my intention to finish all of these projects today, but just kind of knocking out what we can. Let's see here. Yes, the stone room. I have finished the ceiling. I also moved the little lava farm over here, which looks like it's ready to be harvested. So we'll grab some buckets. I don't know what I'm going to use this lava for, but hey, at least we have it. Yeah, so there's that. Some storage over here. An infinite water source if I ever need it. I also went and got the beacon set up so that it's only on when I'm using the farm. There we go, it popped up right there, and then I can insta-mine, and then we turn it off, and that goes away. Moving farther down the hall, finished the roof of the moss farm here, got this room all finished up. And let's see, I think this room was already done. Yep, that room is done. And then we had our honeycomb farm. You'll notice a trend in gray concrete ceilings. Yeah, I have a lot of gray concrete, light gray concrete left over from when I redid the hangar, so I'm trying to use it up. And then the last thing that I did was the allay farm, and of course I've now lost that stone. I have this here just so they don't get out. But went and designed the whole farm. There's a little bit of an airlock there so that they can't escape. But yeah, here is the room, and I decided to have a little bit of fun with this project, something, you know, that would be nice for the LA, so something with a little bit of a magical ambiance to it. Yeah, so we've got all of the different colored blocks in here. We have all the particle effects that I could possibly get. So we have the crying obsidian, the blossom thing, spore blossoms, and then the cherry leaves, which all combine to give this nice little particle effect in this room, and I think it's really nice. And then, of course, we have our jukebox over here and some amethyst shards so that we can breed up our lays whenever we need them. But yeah, so now they have a room that they can fly around freely and not escape from. And then I have two separate exits here. You make sure that they don't get into the airlock, and then when we get to doors, that will, well, you'll have the way to exit out of there. So yeah, so that is what I have been working on. I don't like that the spore blossoms go through walls. It's fine. Yeah, all right. So I think that I want to turn my attention to the exterior now, and so let's work on the back of the ship and see if we can get those little ridges finished up. Welcome back, everyone. The trims on the back edges are complete. Wasn't too bad of a project. Definitely took longer than I thought it was going to, but that is now finished. It's all lit up and filled in, and I still have a dark spot over here. Hello, Mr. Enderman friend. Where is the light? Right there. We're going to use my last torch. Okay. Yeah, so that is all set, and obviously there's still a lot of work that needs to be done back here, but this is another thing we can cross off the list. Except there's one more thing that we have to do. I did a little bit of a live stream, and I took a picture of this. And when I took the picture, I discovered this face. It's a happy little Star Destroyer. Yet, no, it's not going to be a happy little Star Destroyer. We're gonna change this right now. So let's just pop those out of there. And then we'll come in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll go 5, should be enough. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, and put that there. All right, now our face is gone. So it turns out that I'm an idiot. Yeah, but you already knew that. So a while back I was working on starting to light up the underside of the Star Destroyer because I was really tired of using water in here and then flushing all my torches and then having to go and deal with all of that. So, but I was dealing with the fact that, you know, I need the trapdoors below it. So I had devised this great little system where I would put the, iron trapdoors down, I would place the frog lights, and then we would use a couple of pistons to push it into place. And then I would go down another 15 blocks and repeat the process. Yeah, water's a thing in the end, so all I had to do was break an extra block, and then put the water in and go down. That was how I was doing the lower sides at the back. So yeah, the process of lighting the front of the Star Destroyer gonna be a little bit easier. So now I want to turn my attention to a little bit of redstone and just basically getting some things, getting some collection systems in place for some of our farms. So I've got this bamboo farm here, which I think I actually want to completely tear down and rotate 90 degrees. I have to see if there's enough room for that. But I want some of the fuel from this funneling to the super smelter. And then I also had the idea, the moss farm over there, I had hoped to be a bone meal farm. Unfortunately, it's not efficient enough for that. And rather than rebuilding it and trying to work around that, I'm going to leave it as I'm going to just leave it as a moss farm. And I am going to create another room, probably in this area, that is going to be a compost room. Into the garbage chute, flyboy. Yeah, so what I was kind of thinking is I have a lot of resources in here that are compostable. So cactus, all of the crops and some of the seeds, the ridiculous amounts of seeds that I'll get from beetroot and wheat. The, let's see what else there is. Stuff from the leaves, or like leaves from the trees and things like that. There's a lot of stuff that can be composted, and so I think I'm just going to make a like a central composting room, and I'll use that for bone meal. Yeah, and that'll be that will be how we can be generating bone meal here in the end. So, I think I'm going to start with stuff that I need coming to the smelting room. So that is going to be the bamboo, and also I want an area from the chorus. Let's see, right here, the chorus fruit room, because chorus fruit on its own is kind of useless. So I want to be able to dispense it out to the super smelter. So yeah, let me get those. Let me get those things worked out, and I'll bring you guys back with an update. Welcome back, everyone. I rotated the bamboo farm, and have set it up a little bit differently. So I've got some extended storage down there, and then this side has no storage because it funnels directly to our super smelter. We'll see that in just a minute. And so then if we come down the hallway here, I have opened up some access points. So there is our super smelter. We'll come to that in just a second. There's another access point for the super smelter. Over here is our cactus farm, which now has a couple of trapdoors. So this goes to our smelter, and this goes to our trash compactor. So if we take a couple stacks of cactus, we can come over here, toss that all in there, close it back up. We can come over here, and we can toss that all in there. We hop back over here, come a little bit farther down the hall, and we have our crop farm. So I have set up collection systems here. So we have backwards facing barrels, and then, well, I harvested and then replanted everything. So we're a little short on crops at the moment, but we have all of these set up, and then of course we can get all of our seeds and things like that. Let's see here. Let's grab, where were those potatoes? There we go. So we have, of course, millions and millions of wheat seeds, but then over here we have a few more lines. So we have our smelter, so we can send our potatoes off down there. Oops, well, if we get all of them through. Over here we have our trash compactor line, so we can send some seeds off there. Maybe. It's not always the easiest to get them right where we need them. And then, of course, we have our incinerator. And that will instantly take care of anything that I don't want. Mostly poisonous potatoes. So, where is all this going? Well, you've probably seen little snippets of it. But we have lines that are now running everywhere down here. So, the red line goes to our smelter. This is everything that I want to send to be smelted. And then the yellow and blue, which is our light gray, white glazed terracotta, goes to our trash compactor, which is right over here. And of course, it's just a setup of a whole bunch of composters. But yeah, I've been throwing some random things over here, just testing this out. And yeah, we have almost a stack of bone meal from it already. And then if we fly up here, you can see our other line, which is coming from the bamboo farm. That is, whee! I fell off. That is this blue line here, and that is shuttling fuel. Wow, really struggling to stay on the platform. That is shuttling fuel right over here, where I converted. I'm currently using sticks as the fuel for the super smelter because they're more efficient than bamboo, because it only takes 2 sticks as opposed to 4 bamboo, and then you can get sticks from other things like trees. So, yeah, got a little bit of a glass floor here, and just a little bit of an outline of where I want the room to go. And so then you can see this is where our fuel comes, this is where our items to be smelted come in. So we have, they're probably in several different chests. Not sure why that's in there, but yeah, so we've got the cactus and potato all ended up over here. And then we can smelt those up whenever we want to. And then I have got just some random storage over here for things that have been smelted. I have been just saving all of the different terracotta blocks that I've been getting. But yeah, liking having some infrastructure to this and things that are set up so that I can, expand upon that in the future. All of these lines run directly under the hallway. So that's kind of nice. I had thought about maybe doing like some minecart tracks below. I might do them above if I still do that. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a minecart transportation system as part of this build or not. But yeah, so that is what I have been up to there. So things are moving along. Obviously, we still have a bunch of rooms to do and all of that. But we'll get to that a little bit later. I figure I'm also going to set up lines to have fuel come from the tree farm and also send it to our composting setup over there, or even to the smelter. And then our clay farm over there will probably also run a line over to here in case I want to make some quick terracotta on the fly. So that is all of that, and I've been trying to clean up mostly as I go. More or less successfully. So I think the last thing that I want to do today is we have finished a whole bunch of rooms on the inside, but their entryways are not done. So I think the last thing that we are going to do to finish this episode up is door, 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 and door. So that is 7 doors now complete. I have changed the system a little bit. And now I'm using buttons instead of the skulk sensors, because as cool as it was to have automatic doors, boy was it annoying when I was trying to work on different things. So instead, we now have buttons. I'm going to come through and do some detailing. I'm also not sure what I'm going to do about the ceiling, because when you push the button, the trapdoor goes, which I don't know. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't know. I'd maybe like that to not be a thing. So I think I'm going to do warped buttons all along there, just for a little bit of detail so that it, looks a little more intentional than a random button up there. But yeah, we now have all of our doors in place, and we have the airlock for this room. I had to do a little bit of tweaking to get it to work, but we can come in here, and then we go out, open this one, wait for it to close, and then this door opens behind. So guys, I think that is going to do it for this episode. We certainly got a lot of cleanup done, and yeah, moving forward, looking forward to doing another episode like this. We certainly won't do it next week, but yeah, there's still a lot to do and a lot to clean up, but I don't know, I feel I feel a sense of peace having ticked so many things off this week and gotten just a little bit closer to having the project done, quote unquote. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, I would encourage you to subscribe and make sure you click that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest posts. Be sure to follow me on social media. Thanks for watching. See you real soon.